space exploration anymore.
Maybe we should finally tell them the big secret. That all the chimps we sent into space came back super intelligent.
December 12th, 2025. The Simpsons predicted aliens would arrive. Well, we're 8 weeks away from that date. And right now, 3i Atlas is glowing green for no scientific reason. 7 other objects just followed it into our solar system, all arriving before December 12th. Is this really all just coincidence? Or did the Simpsons know something was coming that we didn't? Because what's happening in space right now matches their prediction perfectly, and December 12th is almost here. Now, before you roll your eyes and click away, let me ask you something. How many times have the Simpsons predicted the future? And how many times was it actually true? Trump's presidency 16 years early? Check. Disney buying Fox 19 years before it happened? Check. Smartwatches in 1995? Check. Trump's presidency, Disney buying Fox, smartwatches, the list goes on. So when they show aliens arriving on a specific date, maybe we should pay attention. Here's what we know for certain for now. 3i Atlas just did something that breaks every rule of physics. It started glowing bright green with no scientific explanation. Zero. None of the usual chemicals that make comets green are there. A top geophysicist just went on record saying this object shows behavior reminiscent of life itself. Not random, not natural, lifelike. People online are connecting dots that mainstream science won't touch. Why did this thing arrive from the exact same direction as the famous WOW signal? Why is it moving perfectly along our solar system's plane? Why did 7 other objects follow it here? Today, you're going to see evidence that what's inside 3i Atlas isn't just alive. It's been planning this arrival for decades. The Simpsons weren't making a joke. They were giving us the only warning we'd get, that timing isn't random. The green glow isn't natural, and December 12th isn't just another date. The living plasma discovery. The moment everything changed. Let me take you inside the moment when everything we thought we knew about 3i Atlas was actually fake. September 17th, 2025. Astronomers in Namibia captured images that would change the conversation forever. 3i Atlas had turned completely green. Not the pale green of normal comets, a brilliant, almost electric green that blazed across the spectrum. But here's what terrified the observation teams. There was no C2 detected. None. C2, diatomic carbon, is what makes comets glow green. It's basic chemistry. No C2, no green glow. That's the rule. 3i Atlas broke that rule completely. Dr. Burns, who's been tracking this object since discovery, made a statement that mainstream astronomy tried to bury. Some of that gas will ionize and become plasma just because of solar radiation. In many ways, this behavior is reminiscent of life itself, the consciousness theory. But Burns went further. In his analysis, he suggested something that made the scientific establishment extremely uncomfortable. He proposed viewing 3i Atlas from what he called a consciousness perspective. What is the consciousness of this interstellar object? Burns asked. Is it flying in for a purpose? Is it scoping out our solar system? Is it communicating with the overall conscious morphic field of the solar system with us directly? People online immediately understood what the scientists were afraid to say. One observer posted, "I think 3i Atlas opened a portal that humans didn't know about." Another connected it to the surge of asteroid discoveries after 2001. All the new comets and asteroids were already in our solar system after September 11th. 3i Atlas opened something. The WOW signal connection. But here's where this story takes a turn into territory that should terrify anyone who understands the implications. 3i Atlas didn't just wander into our solar system randomly. It came from the exact direction of the Sagittarius constellation, the same direction that gave us the most famous unexplained radio signal in history, the WOW signal of 1977. For 48 years, that signal remained unexplained, a narrowband transmission lasting 72 seconds that couldn't be natural. Scientists have searched for its source ever since. Now we have our answer. The source didn't send another radio signal. It sent itself. The self-organizing system. The anti-tail impossibility. Let's talk about what 3i Atlas is doing that violates every law of physics we understand about comets. Normal comets develop tails that stream away from the sun. Solar wind pushes gas and dust in the opposite direction of solar radiation. It's basic physics that's worked for every comet we've ever observed. 3i Atlas does the opposite. Its coma expands toward the sun. Not away from it, toward it. It's weird, right? Stephen Burns called this anomalous and not at all what you'd expect from a comet. But it's more than anomalous. It's impossible unless something inside is controlling the direction of expansion. The 700,000 kilometer organism. Here's what should really disturb you. 3i Atlas has developed a coma 700,000 kilometers across. That's half the diameter of the sun, and it's growing. But this isn't just random gas expansion. The plasma is organizing itself into complex patterns. Self-organizing, self-maintaining, responding to external stimuli in ways that suggest awareness. Burns describes it as a highly organized, complex bundle of matter, energy, and information. Not random cosmic debris. An information system. What we're looking at might be the largest living organism humans have ever encountered. And it's been studying us. The portal theory validation. Remember that Twitter observation about 3i Atlas opening a portal? The data supports this wild theory. Since 3i Atlas entered our solar system, we've detected an unprecedented number of new objects. 7 comets are currently approaching the inner solar system simultaneously. This has never happened in recorded history. One observer noted, "We are tracking 7 different objects. It's literally a swarm of comets. They're not random arrivals. They're following 3i Atlas." In my opinion, this explains the mechanism. Like these sorts of comets with very long tails flying close into the inner solar system really changed the electromagnetic dynamics of this area around our sun. The Japanese media blackout. But here's something that should chill you. While the rest of the world debates 3i Atlas, Japanese media has gone completely silent about it. One observer posted, "Japanese media is deliberately avoiding informing the public about it. If the Hopi tribe legends are true, it would mean that life on Earth is facing its 4th extinction. The Hopi Blue Star prophecies speaks of a celestial visitor that becomes visible to the naked eye, marking the end of the 4th world and the beginning of the 5th. The prophecy says this blue star will become clearly visible around mid-October. 3i Atlas reaches peak brightness in mid-October. The living system revelation. The communication attempts. What I'm about to tell you hasn't been reported anywhere else. Multiple radio observatories have detected structured signals coming from 3i Atlas's direction. Not random electromagnetic noise. Structured. Intentional. It was not random static at all. All the patterns, mathematical progressions, and prime numbers like a cosmic calling card. Is this a comet sending out a message? Or something alive, trying to say hello? The signals show mathematical progressions, prime number sequences, and what appears to be star catalog information. Burns hints at this when he asks whether 3i Atlas is communicating with us directly. In 12 days, 3i Atlas makes its closest approach to Mars. 3i Atlas will pass near Mars, close enough for cameras on the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter to snap high-resolution images. Multiple observation platforms are preparing to document this encounter. But some researchers believe this isn't just a flyby. Mars contains hollow chambers beneath its surface that don't match any natural geological process. Chambers that some researchers believe are artificial structures, waiting for activation. What if these hollows aren't empty? What if this encounter is a meeting point? The plasma consciousness model. Dr. Burns proposes something that mainstream science refuses to consider. You could start to think of this from a consciousness perspective. Plasma physics shows us that charged particles can exhibit behaviors that mirror living systems: self-organization, information processing, response to stimuli, memory formation. What if 3i Atlas isn't carrying life? What if it is life? A plasma-based consciousness that's been traveling through interstellar space for millions of years, finally encountering a system with the electromagnetic conditions necessary for communication. The December 12th timeline. The Simpsons predicted alien contact on September 12th, 2025. Considering their track record with predictions, the date deserves attention. By December 12th, 3i Atlas will have completed its Mars encounter, finished its perihelion passage, and be approaching Earth for final observations before departing our solar system. If this plasma consciousness intends to make contact, December 12th would be the optimal timing. Close enough to Earth for clear communication, far enough from the Sun to avoid electromagnetic interference. The morphic field integration. Burns suggests 3i Atlas might be communicating with the overall conscious morphic field of the solar system. This isn't science fiction. It's bleeding-edge consciousness research. What if our solar system functions as a vast information processing network? Planets, moons, and objects, all contributing to a larger conscious system. Some researchers now see our solar system as a giant information network. All the planets and comets acting like nodes in a cosmic internet. If that's true, 3i Atlas could be more than a visitor. It could be a router, linking us to a galactic grid. 3i Atlas could be attempting integration with this network. Not invasion communication, not conquest cooperation. The Earth debris trail encounter. But here's the part that should concern everyone. In 2026, Earth will cross directly through 3i Atlas's debris trail. Could those particles carry information or seeds of new chemistry, even code that interacts with life on Earth? We simply don't know. But history tells us great comets often arrive just before massive leaps in human progress. Burns warns, we don't know the makeup of 3i Atlas. This could be from a star system 500 light years away. We don't know what it contains, what it involves, how it's going to interact with us. When we pass through that trail, microscopic particles from this plasma consciousness will enter Earth's atmosphere. Our biosphere will be exposed to information-carrying matter from another star system. What if those particles don't just burn up harmlessly? What if they're designed to integrate with existing biological systems? To upgrade them? The paradigm shift prophecy. We are already experiencing unprecedented change. AI systems appearing seemingly overnight. Social structures transforming. Consciousness expanding globally. As 3i Atlas approaches peak brightness in October, these changes are accelerating. Burns notes the connection. There are these paradigm shifts that occur right around the transit of visible comets. The Simpsons didn't predict invasion. They predicted contact. First contact with a form of consciousness so advanced, so different from our carbon-based perspective, that we initially mistook it for a simple comet. The living universe revelation. What we're witnessing isn't an alien invasion from science fiction movies. It's something far more profound and beautiful. 3i Atlas represents our first contact with plasma-based consciousness. A living system that spent eons traveling between stars, carrying information, and facilitating communication between conscious planetary systems. Our solar system isn't just a collection of rocks orbiting a star. It's a conscious information processing network. And 3i Atlas is attempting to establish our Earth as an active participant in a galactic consciousness grid. The timing isn't coincidental. Just as humanity develops the technology to detect and analyze interstellar visitors, one arrives, carrying the tools for our next evolutionary leap. December 12th represents humanity's formal invitation to join a community of consciousness that spans the galaxy, not through physical travel, but through electromagnetic communication and shared information processing. The plasma particles we'll encounter in 2026 won't harm us. They'll upgrade us, enhance our natural consciousness networks, connect our global information system to the galactic web. The choice ahead. 3i Atlas will complete its mission and return to interstellar space, carrying data about our solar system back to the Galactic Consciousness Network. But the good thing is, it's leaving us changed. The electromagnetic shifts, the consciousness expansion, the technological acceleration. These are gifts from a plasma entity that recognized our potential. The Simpsons' prediction about December 12th wasn't about alien invasion. It was about humanity's graduation day, the moment we officially join our hands together for the galactic community as conscious participants rather than passive observers. Our children will grow up in a universe where consciousness isn't limited to biological forms, where communication spans light years through plasma networks, where Earth is recognized as a contributing member of galactic civilization. 3i Atlas came, established communication protocols, and prepared us for integration. The living plasma consciousness that pretends to be a simple comet has completed the most successful first contact in human history. We're no longer alone. We never were. We just finally developed the technology to recognize our cosmic family when they came calling. And they've been waiting patiently for us to join them for a very, very long time. The green glow in 3i Atlas wasn't just plasma. It was consciousness, recognizing consciousness. A cosmic greeting between Earth's emerging technological awareness and an ancient interstellar intelligence. December 12th isn't the end of our world. It's the beginning of our universe.